Okay, I'm going to go over subtracting with mixed fractions and also borrowing with fractions. Okay, so let's say you've got this number here, 4 and 1/3 minus 1 and 3/8. The first thing we're going to want to do is get these fractions to have what's called a common denominator. Okay, and we can do this in a couple of ways. The first way is to just start counting by threes for this first one. Okay, so we'll count by threes. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, and 24. Okay, we'll stop there for now. Now let's start counting by eights. 8, 16, 24. Okay, right now we have a common number right here. 24 is the lowest one, and it's shared by both of these. So let's use 24 as our common denominator for these two fractions. A shortcut way that I use most of the time is you can actually multiply these two denominators together, and a lot of times you'll arrive at a lowest common denominator. Not always, but I do. I do it that way. Most of the time it works out. 3 times 8 is also 24. You can see that we could have arrived at the same answer without writing all this stuff down, but do whatever is easiest and whatever gets you an A on the test. Okay, so to switch 1/3 to a fraction with 24 as the denominator, let's write down 1/3, and you're going to multiply the top and bottom number by however many times 3 goes into 24. Okay, so 3, 6, 9, 12, or excuse me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. Multiply by 8, multiply by 8. 1 times 8 is 8, and 8 times 3 is 24. Okay. Now for the 3/8 part, write down 3 over 8. How many times does 8 go into 24? 1, 2, 3 times. So multiply the top and the bottom number by 3 to get you 3 times 3 is 9 over 24. Okay, so now we have 8 over 24, which is the same as writing 1/3, but we just changed it a little bit. And 9 over 24, which is the same as saying 3 over 8. We're going to subtract 8 from 9, but we can't do that because 8 is smaller than 9. So what we can do is let's go back to our original problem here. 1/3 is smaller than 3/8. So we can borrow from our 4 here. Let's borrow from there. Change that to a 3. We're going to take that 1. We're going to bring it down here. And we're going to add it to this fraction. Now, if I just wrote plus 1, that doesn't really help us. But what's the same as writing plus 1 is saying plus 24 over 24. You notice that number is 1. All right, so 24 plus 8 is equal to 32 over 24. Now we can subtract our 9 over 24. I like to write sideways when I work with fractions. That's the way I roll. So we're going to subtract the top number here. 32 minus 9 is 23 over, denominator stays the same, 24. Okay, let's go ahead and write this down. Actually, we'll go back to our original problem here. Let's write it down here. 23 over 24. Okay, so that's what 1/3 minus 3/8, borrowing. So now the easy part, we're going to subtract these whole numbers. 3 minus 1 is 2. Okay?